Hello everyone, and now welcome to a game between Moon versus Guagua, a game that promises to be exciting and entertaining. I have not seen this game yet, casting it from a replay, but it should be absolutely a blast to watch as Guagua spawns as the red orc player on the top right hand side of the map. Meanwhile, over here on the bottom left, we have Moon spawning as the yellow night elf. Night Elf versus Orc in a 1v1 matchup. Moon, Guagua, two names that don't need any don't need any introduction in the WarCraft 3 community. They're very, very strong players with good history as well. Crota is handsome. Thank you. I guess it comes with age. All right. I was picking up my daughters from school, and I was wearing my Back to Warcraft hoodie, and I had a deck of cards. I was like practicing some like basic magic passes and palms and shifts, and as I was just talking, and I was talking to my daughters, and a mom was picking up her daughter as well, looked at me and said, "You're her father?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm her father." I'm like, "Oh, I thought you were her brother." And I looked at my daughters, and my older one started giggling and laughing, and I'm just like, "Well, I guess I guess I'm a very young looking 40." And like I don't know what to say to that, right? That's just weird. Anyways, coming back around, East Asians, yeah. All right, coming back around. Moon gonna go ahead and clean things up here, clean up all of this, take down the Ogre Warriors, Force Troll Berserkers, Keeper of the Grove now out and about, as well as that is a quick entangle onto the peon. That will get taken down over the tree ends there, and making sure to take down Guaguan's peon. All right, gonna go ahead and pick up some items once more. Gloves of Haste is there, as well as the Keeper of the Grove is gonna be a little bit slower now creeping, since he opted to go for that entangle first. All right, yeah. I also think it's how you take care of yourself. Ancient of War taken down. So no Wisp repair, losing that early Ancient of War. Moon is actually in a lot of trouble. Let me focus on this game here, as I normally the first 3 minutes of a game, I could like close my eyes and pretty much cast and figure out what's going on. But this is not the case here. Losing an Ancient of War, Moon is now suddenly going to be behind in terms of his army. He needs to train up a new Ancient of War in order to creep, in order to do anything else. And this is going to force Moon's play to try and do a bit of harassment. Now, Guagua doesn't know that Moon lost his Ancient of War, and may be wondering what exactly this Keeper of the Grove is doing. And this Keeper of the Grove is just trying to buy time. He wants to buy time. He wants to finish off a peon or two, get up to level 2, and if he can buy the necessary time, he's going to make a big, dramatic overall impact here. Meanwhile, the Blade Master down to the south here, trying to clear up an Ogre Warrior creep camp by himself. Keeper of the Grove going to come back around and will look to get in some damage. They're aggroing the creeps, as the Blade Master will get in some damage here. Blade Master picks up an additional item. There is an entangle onto the Blade Master. Blade Master down to 159, and we're seeing a little bit of body block as well. Blade Master down to 115 hit points. Is he going to be able to back away? Moon is going to try to get an entangle off on that Blade Master. Healing salve, as the Blade Master runs and retreats all the way to the back. Ancient of War is now done trying to train up some Huntresses, as the Keeper of the Grove in a bit of trouble. All right, losing that early Ancient of War. Oh, Keeper of the Grove finds the Blade Master, removes the Clarity Potion and the Healing Salve, as the Blade Master now, trying to do a little bit more here, picking up a Staff of Teleportation. Keeper of the Grove, unable to close in on that ground. Perhaps should have picked up Boots of Speed. No Staff of Teleportation for that Keeper of the Grove. They are all sold out. Huntress now out onto the battlefield. Blade Master was sitting at 300 hit points and climbing steadily, as the Keeper of the Grove now makes its way back off to the north. All right, Moon is pretty much recovered in terms of that Ancient of War. He's perhaps down 1 or 2 units out here on the battlefield, but still has a decent sized army out here. Going to go after that giant sea turtle, but grunts are now going to be making their way back out as well. Blade Master opting to go ahead and use that staff of teleportation, going to be joining in on the fight as the Keeper of the Grove gets an entangle off on that grunt. Blade Master going straight after that Archer. Archer down to 82 hit points. 1 or 2 more shots should be enough. Does have Dust of Appearance. 1 more shot is going to be needed. Archer wants to try and wake up the creeps, but it's not going to work. And then the Blade Master still sitting at level 1. Meanwhile, Keeper of the Grove gets denied by a sea turtle, as that would have given level 2 to Moon. All right, is he finally going to get level 2 right there? 1 more shot should do it. Oh, wait, no, 1 more shot should do it. Now Grunt trying to run all the way to the back. He's down to 3 hit points. He is still alive. Keeper of the Grove trying to make its way over, as the Peon is purposely hiding in that position. There's level 2 on the Keeper of the Grove now, finally, after all that time. But the Blade Master has plans of his own and wants to go after the Huntress. However, a saving entangle allowing that Huntress to head back home. Yeah, that early entangle on that Keeper of the Grove to trap that Peon ended up costing the Moon that Ancient of War, as he didn't have those treants. Meanwhile, he was able to buy his time back, and the timing and the pacing of this game is just a little bit different than what I'm expecting. Both of the players are a little bit thrown off, and it's actually throwing me off in terms of their timing and what to expect as we look at an Alchemist as that second hero. Alchemist with second hero, and we are going for Acid Bomb first over Healing Spray. Makes a lot of sense since Moon doesn't have an army to really heal. In addition, here down to the south, Blade Master looking to take down this Tree of Life before it gets up and operational. Back to the south here, we're looking at Huntress now making its way back. Giant Sea Turtle going to get taken down. Shadow Hunter wants to get up to level 2 and level 3. And the Blade Master looks like he's still just trying to do a lot of harassment here. Tree of Life going to go down to 500 hit points. And it still has does not have fortified armor yet. Once it has fortified armor, it's going to be taking significantly less damage, as hero damage is greatly weaker against fortified armor. All right, Staff of Teleportation. In comes the Shadow Hunter. Thank you for the follow, as we see a Scroll of Town Portal inbound. And are we going to perhaps be looking at an entangle or anything there, as we are now having the Tree of Life getting fully repaired? All right, Serpent Wards over Healing Wave, and in comes the Keeper of the Grove with the entangle. Blade Master getting completely revealed right there. Perhaps he's wondering how he was revealed, as the Wind Walk finally comes online. There is that Sentinel Scout keeping track of that Blade Master. Down to the south, Alchemist, Fictitious War Potion. All right. I don't know what that name means for an alchemist. All right. That just seems like a weird name for the Goblin Alchemist. Blade Master coming back down to the south here. Shadow Hunter still sitting at level 1. And Lin Guagua is actually very much behind in levels, going up against 2 level 2 heroes. Keeper of the Grove nearing level 3, and the Blade Master must realize that there's a Sentinel Scout right there, allowing him to be spotted constantly. Blade Master now perhaps going to try and do a little bit more damage. You can see that the Null Assassins are going straight after that Tree of Life, never switching targets, and that is one of the benefits that Night Elf has against poison-based units. Or poison-based creeps, as the target is never ever switched. Entangle now goes down. Blade Master looks like he'll be able to teleport back out. Little bit of repairs, as the Tree of Life should be starting to entangle this gold mine, and repairs are underway. Fictitious is 2 syllables. All right. Ancient of War coming back around, going to be absorbing a little bit of damage. Rock Golem there we go. Once all of the aggro has been pulled, there's a boulder to the Keeper of the Grove. Alchemist still staying at level 2, does have Healing Spray, and the Keeper of the Grove purposely backing away to give level 3 to the Alchemist, even though the Alchemist isn't joining in on the fight just quite yet. All right, picks up a Scroll of the Beast that may be sold or be used for a little bit of a timing attack onto an expansion, if an expansion is ever trying to be trained. Shadow Hunter gets up to level 3 now. That's going to be a big deal. Level 3 Serpent, or level 2 Serpent Wards, or level 2 Healing Wave, both a very strong ability, as the Shadow Hunter may want to go for Serpent Ward since he's actually a little bit low on damage. Normally you go for Healing Wave if you believe, well, if you believe, are we going to see some repairs here? Yes, repairs are now underway onto that entangled gold mine. If you believe that you can support the damage somewhere else, Blade Master now trying to wander back here, taking a little bit more damage. Once more, Sentinel Scout constantly revealing that Blade Master. We are looking at level 2 Serpent Wards, the healing wave healing up a level 1 Blade Master wouldn't be able to crank out the necessary damage to take down any of those units. Love your language troubles. All right, coming back down to the south here. Healing spray onto some of these units. And there goes a quick detonation there. Once more, Blade Master. Blade Master and Shadow Hunter continuing to engage. Lightning Shield on the Blade Master units are trying to retreat back. Once again, Serpent Ward going to get taken down as we see, well, Moon operational on 2 bases. Meanwhile, off to the north here, we do see an Ancient Protector being built next to a Great Hall. And, well, that's going to be a point of interest in the future as the Shamans, Shaman trying to retreat back here. Is it going to be able to retreat back? Should have no problems. Easily be able to purge down both of these Huntresses, as the Scroll of the Beast was in fact used. And, well, Lin Guagua says, you know what, I don't need to engage against you while you have that Scroll of the Beast buff. All right, Wisp now hiding back away, double Serpent Wards, as Lin Guagua looking to set up this expansion. But this is going to give time for Moon to do his thing in the middle portion of the map, take down this Ogre Lord creep camp, and get some powerful items. All right, what is the item going to be? Hood of Cunning, a useful item there. Meanwhile, Archer going to get taken down. Wisp, what was that in the back? Was that some sort of detonation? Not quite sure. Taking down those trees as an Archer could end up getting taken down, trying to shake off that purge, but one more shot there. He gets taken down, no problem. Ancient of War, one final hit. That's going to get taken down as the Shadow Hunter is at level 3 and the Blade Master is still at level 1. Archers trying to regroup off to the north, and once more Moon is finding units in transit of Lin Guagua, getting more and more experience on the Keeper of the Grove and this Alchemist. Back down to the south here, Blade Master still sitting at level 1, going after Moon's Moonwells. And that is going to, well, greatly reduce the amount of healing that Moon is going to be able to do. And this is also taking this down during nightfall. So even if he tries to rebuild those Moonwells are not going to have as much opportunity to try and fill back up. Healing spray coming online here as the Huntresses quickly Shadow Meld to try and turn into an invisible wall. Blade Master trying to go after more units here. Blade Master could be in a little bit of trouble. Dust of Appearance. There's that healing wave used now as the Blade Master finally gets up to level 2 after all this time. All right, we're going to see more damage here, more purge, and it looks as though, well, Lin Guagua actually am going to be able to take down a handful of archers here pretty quickly, and now going after the Alchemist. Alchemist could be in some big trouble. There's a Surround Acid Bomb healing spray and trying to stay alive. Alchemist could be in some trouble there. He doesn't have that much armor, and those hit points are dropping quickly, but a Potion of Invulnerability transferred over just in time. Healing spray now trying to keep more units alive. Is the Alchemist going to be able to stay alive here? Down to 75 hit points. One more attack. Windwalk Strike takes down the level 3 Alchemist. And Lin Guagua able to take down a hero in this battle, using another Scroll of Healing right there once more to make this battle last long. All right, grunts are still present, 48 supply compared to 50. Alchemist trying to get resurrected, and these Moonwells could suffer quite a bit of damage here as we're looking at the archers and the Huntresses trying to retreat back. Couple more easy shots, one more bit of damage on that Huntress as the Keeper of the Grove is still right there. Shaman's trying to rotate around, and beautiful gameplay by both here, trying to just clean up things. Expansions are still trying to be set up by Lin Guagua off to the north here. Moon has the economic advantage, but took a little bit of a beating in that last fight. All right, archers gonna try and stay alive here. Nope, even with the Fountain of Health, not going to be able to recover that many hit points, and a handful more archers will end up getting taken down. There goes another archer there. 6 supply lost in less than 6 seconds there, as the Blade Master still just shy of level 3. Coming back down to the south, Moon has, rebuilt Moonwells over here at his expansion. That's incredibly important. If Lin Guagua thinks that Moon doesn't have new Moonwells anywhere, he may misjudge the healing power of Moon's army. In addition, Moon's army has really rotated very heavily into archers now. Archers 18 to 24 damage with that 700 range. That is, in fact, rather high, as we see a quick purge go down here. All right. Huntress easily going to get finished off. Blademaster now sitting at level 3. Lightning Shield looking to perhaps get some damage, perhaps break Windwalk here in just a moment. Going after some Wisp. There goes a bit of experience as we're looking at archers trying to get taken down. Scroll of Speed going to, cause a little bit of problems as the Blademaster still going after all of these units. Scroll of Speed has come to an end as the Treants could get purged down here. Alchemist trying to make its way through the back here. This could potentially be a problem as he's walking through this entire army, but still has a large amount of hit points. Level 4 now on the Shadowhunter, and as we go into level 2 healing spray to try and keep these units alive. These Moonwells, very, very well topped off, as the army should be able to heal back up nicely. 62 supply compared to 50, as Lin Guagua is trying to deal some damage back to the Moonwells in the main base. Blademaster going after some of these units. Instead, there goes an Acid Bomb. One Moonwell taken down, but is that really worth it when there's such a large army while attacking your back as well? Shamans, well, perhaps going to be able to land a couple of purges. A Grunt could end up getting taken down. There's a little bit of magic damage from those Shamans, but that's not going to be enough, as a low hit point Grunt does get taken down by that Keeper of the Grove auto attack. More attacks coming in once more. Huntresses are getting purged down. Serpent Wards are doing quite a number as well onto any Huntresses that are just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Double Serpent Wards finishing things off as the Alchemist gets up to level 4. All right, mass army of archers. Blademaster really needs to make a little bit of a play happen. That is Staff of Teleportation. Where's the Shadowhunter going, leaving the rest of the army behind, as all of these units could easily get cleared up. Handful of Grunts, Keeper of the Grove, looking to perhaps just get in front of some of these units and cause a little bit more traffic. Purge onto the Keeper of the Grove as the Shamans now try to save the remaining units, but we could be looking at more entangles again. Keeper of the Grove getting a quick entangle onto some of these units. Blademaster turning around the corner, trying to perhaps think that he can, well, start another fight once more, but the army is just too well put together and too close by. Moon would be able to engage with that larger army much more quickly. Healing Wave coming back around. Blademaster still sitting at level 3, does have level 2 critical strike, and will perhaps be trying to burst down, but doesn't have that much bonus damage as of yet, needing to get ensnare on those raiders and perhaps even a Kodo Beast. But a Kodo Beast would be, well, a bit dangerous, as the archers would be able to turn that into a pincushion just after 2 or 3 volleys. All right, Orc Burrows do have fortified armor with those reinforced defenses. Armies are getting ready to engage. 70 or 69 supply going up against 49. Moon is not going into the upper echelons of low upkeep, as the Blademaster trying to purge down and then perhaps catch a Huntress out of position. Blademaster now with Lightning Shield amongst all of these units, able to take down an Archer. Grunts now trying to dive on in any way to get a little bit of additional damage after all of these units, as the Blademaster has a Potion of Healing, still taking a little bit of Acid Bomb and could have a little bit of problems. Blademaster, however, looks to try and finish off the Alchemist here. Ensnare Keeper of the Grove trying to, well, save that Alchemist, unable to do that, as the Keeper of the Grove unable to pass off that Potion of Invulnerability this time around. All right, Purge onto a Huntress. That Huntress will get taken down by some Serpent Wards as well, as there seem to be a lot more Huntresses than I remember in this last fight. There goes another Huntress again. Healing Wave just a split second late on that Grunt, as we're looking at more and more damage getting added up. Blademaster now sitting at level 4, level 2 critical strike, that 168 critical strike, making a big difference overall, as the Blademaster can just turn around and take down what was a low hit point Huntress, instead going after the ensnared one there and still racking up damage against more archers. 60 supply compared to 50. It is a complete reversal. Moon now in low upkeep, as the Keeper of the Grove forced to use the scroll or the Potion of Invulnerability in order to get away. We're going to see a couple of purges. Another round of archers could get taken down. Huntresses could get taken down as well. That is a lot of damage getting added in here. An Entangle finishes things off as the Shadowhunter gets up to level 5. More archers getting taken down, and well, Archer, and Moon now down to 42 supply after that fight. Shadowhunter once more teleporting back out here, going after the Ancient Protector to try and take it down. That does have fortified armor. Serpent Wards now being thrown down here as well. That Ancient Protector causing quite a bit of problems, but the Raiders now being brought over as well. Raider melee able to still to deal a decent amount of damage, finishing things off there. 49 supply compared to 60, as well, Lin Guagua does need to continue to build up his army. He cannot let yesterday's battles win the upcoming, or I was trying to quote Babe Ruth, you can't use yesterday's home runs don't win today's games. Trying to transition that into WarCraft 3, but sometimes the previous encounter helps you win the war. So yeah, Bad transition. All right, Moon. Looking strong, level 5 Keeper of the Grove, level 4 Alchemist going up against level 5 Shadowhunter, level 4 Blade Master, and the Alchemist is now back here on the battlefield. Once out here on the battlefield, ensnared in a lot of trouble, and even with the Tree of Ages right there, that Tree of Ages is not going to uproot, and Moon going to lose his Alchemist for the second time. Blade Master now seeing that level 4, going after the Tree of Ages. Tree of Ages is suffering quite a bit of damage. Meanwhile, the main base is also suffering quite a bit of damage. The Huntresses are able to get in so much bounce damage across all of these peons as well. How much mining is left in the main base? Not all that much. Moon loses his Tree of Ages, but trading the main base for the expansion may actually be the better call here, as the expansion still has a lot more mining to do. We're looking here, 10 minutes of mining here, only 1 minute of mining here left, and Lin Guagua could be in trouble when it is 1 base to 0. All right, this Great Hall going to get taken down. It's 56 supply compared to 56, as the entire main base of Moon is now taken down. It is up to the Blade Master and the Shadowhunter to make something happen. Perhaps over here, there is only a handful of buildings left, and is this going to turn into a base race scenario? Blade Master now going after these Ancient of Wars. Do we have, I believe we actually have Pillage, so the Raiders actually getting quite a bit of gold here, as we see a Scroll of Town, or no, Staff of Teleportation trying to retreat back there, trying to make it look like it, and now Scroll of Town Portal trying to inbound Shadowhunter in a bit of trouble. What happened here? That was a complete miscalculation. The Shadowhunter is in a lot of trouble, down to 64 hit points, down to 51. He gets taken down, and Moon says, thank you for that Shadowhunter, as I back up. What in the world just happened? Moon recognized that the Shadowhunter was inbound by himself. Blade Master didn't use the Scroll of Town Portal. Shadowhunter teleported back by himself, was quickly surrounded, and now Lin Guagua is pretty much down to no more mining whatsoever. We have this expansion by Moon, and this is only tier 1. The Tree of Ages was taken down. A new Tree of Life is being built here by Moon, even though it's not going to last very long. Sentinels, I'm going to quickly scout out that sentry ward there, as the Huntress now makes its way off to the north. 52 supply compared to 51. Not very many workers. Armies on both sides. Shadowhunter quickly resurrected at the tavern to be part of this fight, and this could be the difference, resurrecting at the tavern, but the Huntresses first, straight out of the gate, getting in so much damage. Serpent Wards not having enough mana. Blade Master, a Lightning Shield across the board, and that could be problematic as well for all of these Huntresses, as that Lightning Shield adds up quickly. Are we going to see perhaps departing Lightning Shields going down onto some of those other units as well? Yes, we do. They're trying to break free, and they're dealing damage. What is happening right there? There's a quick detonation. All right, using Shadow Meld to make sure that the damage didn't go through. If you had actually Lightning Shield the Keeper of the Grove could not Shadow Meld and could have perhaps dealt a large amount of damage to the Huntresses. All right, this is still a strange game. 43 supply compared to 49. We are looking at more mining. Moon still has plenty of mining underway. Lin Guagua may need to do some long distance mining, or as well, we are looking at some very low hit point units. Why isn't he trying to engage at the Fountain of Health? Oh, he's trying to purposely pull them away and then engage with their back at the Fountain of Health. If Orc can somehow hold on to this Fountain of Health and get hit points, this would be a big deal, as this low hit point grunt really needs to be close to the Fountain of Health as well. Shaman trying to put in some pressure onto that Red Drake. Red Drake quickly going to get ensnared down now, and healing is going to be absolutely key. Shadowhunter is at 5. Blade Master now sitting at 5, as the healing at the Fountain of Health could tip things in favor of Lin Guagua. Lin Guagua has a decent sized army, and if he can heal up all the way back up to full, he's going to have enough gas in the tank for this next fight, as he is up a hero, as the Alchemist is still out of commission. All right, no Alchemist out on the battlefield, but we do have Tranquility. We do have Tranquility for that Keeper of the Grove, and no Hex to stop that channeling ability. Will the Shadowhunter opt to go for Hex as that next ability, as the Blade Master, 2 level 5 heroes going up against a level 6. Moonwell is getting taken down, and the Shadowhunter sitting at level 5 here. Blade Master does not have a Scroll of Town Portal. Who's going to win out here? Raiders and Grunts causing a little bit of damage, and now they're running back off to the north. Huntress is cleaning things up. We do see some watchtowers here, and in comes a staff of teleportation. Shadowhunter is amongst all of these units, placing down serpent wards to try and fight back against all of these units. Keeper of the Grove taking quite a bit of damage, and there is Tranquility trying to keep things alive as well. No Hex, as I mentioned, the big setback there, but there's a quick ensnare as the Keeper of the Grove, well, did heal up quite a bit. Scroll of Town Portal and going back inbound as a lot of damage. Lightning Shield now going across here, across multiple units, and is that going to take any units down? Keeper of the Grove was down to 162 hit points, able to stay alive as the archers, well, quickly got away from any of those other units. All right. Quick bits of damage. Keeper of the Grove low on hit points, but Tranquility, one of the most powerful abilities in WarCraft 3, an ultimate ability both useful in and out of combat, as the Blade Master finishes off this 4-stroll High Priest creep camp, picking up a Tome of Agility as well, and starting to get even higher damage on that Blade Master. All right, Blade Master upwards of, 70 or 69 damage before critical strike, as we're looking at an archer make its way off to the north here. A Sentry Ward keeping track of the expansion. We're looking at the Raiders getting a little bit of gold still, attacking these Moonwells. And is that enough to funnel a bit of the economy? That is the question here, as the Raiders are able to get in damage consistently. Now going after the Tree of Life. Has to be careful though. The Tree of Life does attack normal damage, and that does deal quite a bit of damage to these Raiders, even though it is a little bit slow. More damage coming back on through. You can see Lin Guagua back up to 200 gold, and still trying to get up more and more. Moon and not looking to save his expansion. What is going on here, as the Tree of Life does have armor and is now moving towards the center? All right, this is turning into a pure base race scenario. Keeper of the Grove continuing to fight. There is a Tranquility trying to save up all of these low hit point units, and able to do exactly that. Moon, a walking fountain of health on the Keeper of the Grove, as the Stronghold suffering quite a bit of damage. Orc Burrows trying to fight back here, but not able to do very much, as the Peons perhaps should be trying to hide as well. Keeper of the Grove going to go ahead and summons up some more Treants, as we're looking at Wisp hiding all across the map. This game turning into a rather long battle here, and we are now down to this base race scenario. Keeper of the Grove still able to keep the units alive, has a Scroll of the Healing. Low hit point Huntress down to 120 hit points, trying to hide away from all of these units, as the Raiders are now ready to engage. Scroll of Town Portal going to go ahead and teleport away. Keeper of the Grove taking a play out of the Orc playbook, and still able to do some hit and run tactics. Keeper of the Grove still has plenty of gold. Gonna go ahead and buy a Scroll of Healing and a Potion of Invisibility in order to get away from the Blade Master and that Shadow Hunter. Keeper of the Raider, this Tree of Life could be in a little bit of trouble. There's a Sentry Ward right there, and the Keeper of the Grove is in trouble. Is he going to be able to teleport away? That is the question. 240 critical strike, Scroll of Town Portal to try and head back over there. And what is going to go down? Are we going to see another Entangled? Keeper of the Grove now far away. He's trying to hide himself into a corner. Where's the rest of the army? And it looked like Moon was going to be okay, but it ends up being in trouble. Moon going to end up losing his level 6 Keeper of the Grove. And what a way to end this game here, getting up to level 6 on the Shadow Hunter. Level 6 Keeper of the Grove. However, the game's not over yet. No heroes doesn't mean that, the GG is done. The Huntresses can still try and take down the last remaining buildings here. The Tree of Life was taken down, so I believe both sides are going to end up being revealed here in just a moment. Huntresses are healing, and you can see that there is a Goblin Zeppelin overhead keeping track of this Night Elf movement. Meanwhile, where is the Blast building? There is a new Tree of Life being built off to the south here. It has not yet been scouted out. There is still 381 gold here as well, so more buildings can be placed down. Serpent Wards are being used to try and fend off the attacks here, as we're looking at damage racking up here. Shadow Hunter trying to fight things off, trying to throw down more and more units here. The Serpent Wards trying to pick off some of those units as well, and well, try to stop this attack here. Huntresses are now looking to retreat back. Blade Master trying to take down all of these archers. A couple of ensnares as you see Big Bad Voodoo now being used. The rest of the army is nearby as we see a couple of purges go down onto some huntresses, followed by ensnares as well. Taking down these units, one huntress easily going to get taken down. Another huntress could get taken down. 41 supply compared to 28 as we see another ensnare go down on this huntress as well. All right, mining trying to get underway as Moon finally gives the GG. And thinking to himself that he was able to walk around with an invisible keeper of the grove, little did he know he walks straight into a sentry ward, quickly gets ensnared, loses his keeper of the grove, and what a way to end that game. A lot of lead changes going back and forth. Lin Guagua many times having the smaller army unable to, but still able to fight well and trade efficiently. And then a couple of departing lightning shield gifts nearly decimating Moon's army before the wisps were able to detonate and take care of that. Great game, but in the end, Lin Guagua comes out with the win, especially with those hero kills. I believe the alchemist fell 3 separate times on 3 separate occasions due to just mishandling or lucky timing right as the alchemist was ready to come out of that altar of elders, only to get taken down. Let me know what you guys think about the game in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.